So it's been a little while, but I'm back with another video, and so this is just a sort of like a movie review. I don't know if you guys have seen that new movie. I think it's called Raya and the Last Dragon. It was a cute little animated film, like real cute. I mean, there's some things that happened that I absolutely hated, but overall, it was it's a pretty nice little film. Gotta admit. Spoiler warning, of course. So it was basically just about a young lady who, well, they had like dragons in their, I guess, universal world or whatever, but there was something, I forget, it was some kind of plague called the druid, something like that. It's some plague, I forgot what it was called, that was like turning people to stone, so petrifying people basically. And the dragons, there was like 5 dragons, they were all like siblings, and they got together and they like, well, I guess everybody thought that it was just one dragon that did it, made this little orb thingy, and it, got rid of the plague or whatever and unpetrified people, but it didn't unpetrify all of the dragons, apparently. And there was only one dragon left, and everybody was like, "Ooh, the dragon, there's only one of them left." Like, "Ooh, can't, ooh, maybe we'll see it one day or whatever." But all they had left of the dragons so far that they knew was that little orb thing. And basically, the main character's father, he was the leader of a specific, I guess, tribe, the little 5 tribes, and they had the orb. And the other tribes and their leaders, well, the leaders, I guess, were like the personification of greed and pride and arrogance. It looked like the 7 deadly sins, except for it was like 4 deadly sins, mostly. Like pride, greed, basically. And these people, like, for instance, one of the leaders was a woman, and she basically convinced her daughter to befriend the main character and trick her into, well, she didn't, hold a knife up to her throat, but I'm pretty sure she knew what she was doing and accomplished it. Like the little snake in the grass that she was raised by, the snake in the grass that was her mama. But anyways, tricked that girl into taking her to where they had hidden the orb. And then everybody went there and was like fighting over, and then it broke, and then they took different shards of it because apparently it could keep like the little druid famine thing away. Well, that and water apparently. And so her dad and a whole bunch of other people got turned into stone because of their foolishness. And she was like, "I don't care about anybody. I just want to get my dad back." And I was just so heartbreaking. Like, she watched him get turned to stone as he like threw her over the bridge so that she could escape. And he was like, "Take this shard, find all the other shards, find the dragon. I know you can do this. You can unite our tribes. Like, you can do it. I know you can." And she was like, "Forget all that." Like, I think it was called Kamandra. I could be saying it wrong. I'm not trying to get sliced and diced for saying it wrong, but she was like, "You can figure all that kumbaya, like, let's be together, we can be one stuff. I just want my dad back." And I could understand that because the girl like stabbed her in the back, and yeah, you can say, "Oh, well, she was just a girl, she was just being told, doing what she was told to do by her mama," but still, she stabbed her in the back. And she wasn't sorry about it. Like 6 years had passed, so she went from being 12 to 18, and that girl was no better than what she was when they were kids. Like, her friend who stabbed her in the back, like, and that's what's sad. Like, it's like you, your mama, and all the rest of these people are really responsible for the tragedy that took place, and y'all are still stuck on stupid. That's what blew me away. Like, 6 years, y'all are still stuck on stupid. And her mother was building a whole empire, claiming new territories, talking about like, "Ooh, well, ooh this and ooh that." And I'm just like, have y'all learned nothing? Like, are you not upset at all about what y'all did? And you can say, "Oh, well, it wasn't like completely them," but it really was. All I'm saying is this: she was a lot better than me, because the moment I would have saw that heifer, it would have been all hands on site. I'm just saying, like, because like I said, she really was the reason why I feel like what happened. It's kind of like a domino effect. She, basically backstabbed the main character, Raya, and had this girl all up in where she wasn't supposed to be in. And yeah, she made the decision to take her there, but again, she was doing evil things, like, trying to convince her that she was her friend and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, these people, they had like no remorse for the things that they did. And so she ends up going around all these, all the different tribes to get the pieces back. She finds the dragon, which I thought was pretty cool, and I just thought it was just hilarious, like Aquafina playing this part of the dragon. Like, I feel like it was a perfect fit, not because of like the obvious reason, but like her personality, how she acts. Like, I just feel like it was a perfect fit for that role. And I know it's a cartoon or whatever, but I thought that like the colors that they used for the dragon was really cute, like that lavender, like kind of almost like neon lavender. That was just so cute. And then her well, her human form, I guess you can call it, with like the lavender hair. That was so cute. That was very cute. Okay, like I would love to see somebody do that, like in real life. It's probably coming. I'm sure somebody's like thinking of a collaboration or something, but I just thought it was really cute, like the colors and all that stuff. But anyways, he's meeting all these people along the way who have been affected by, like I said, the other tribes being stuck on stupid, the things that they did, causing all these people to get turned to stone. Like there was like a young boy whose family got petrified. There was a guy in one of the tribes. He literally was like the only guy who didn't get petrified, all because they all wanted to be dunderheads. And instead of using common sense and staying inside like the village and closing it off or finding some kind of way to keep it closed off, they all went out there to try and fight the plague or whatever. And I'm like, so did that work before? Like, after you saw like person number X get turned to stone after trying to fight it, like what did the rest of y'all do? Just stand there and get turned to stone? You didn't think to do a tactical retreat or something like that? But anyways, he was the last person there. They picked him up. She had went to somewhere else where somebody tried to trick the dragon, an older lady who had become the new, like, I guess tribal leader or whatever. Almost got that girl messed up. But Raya came to the rescue. And, she's picking up all these people on the way. And she has a hard time trusting people, which is like the part that really, I feel like that was like the driving theme of the movie, when people have like screwed you over so bad, stabbed you in the back to the point where you're like, I can't trust these people. I can't trust anybody. And the sad part is, like, you can say, oh well, that was just one person or whatever. Everybody in there except for like those people that she was with and her dad and maybe some people from her tribe were literally untrustable. Like, you can't even say, oh, that was just one bad apple, or it was just a few people. No, it was like most of them were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They were sipping on acid, and they were just untrustworthy. And it was, like I said, it was really sad that she spent 6 years growing up without her father because of, like I said, pride, greed of these people. And the dragon was telling her, well, you're gonna have to trust, like, eventually. Just trust your ex-best friend to do what's right. And, there was that scene where they were, like, off the... Well, first of all, why were they even over there? Why they couldn't be, like, somewhere hidden in the trees or something? No, they had to be all on the side of a ledge. And she got afraid that her friend was going to shoot the dragon, which I don't even know why she brought the crossbow to meet them, like, in the first place. Like, and then Raya, I guess, loses her nerve and then acts out of turn, I guess, but only because, like, again, like, imagine what she's been through, and then they accidentally shoot the dragon, and I'm like, y'all didn't up here shot the last dragon. So I guess the title's just gonna be Raya now, because y'all didn't shot the last dragon. Y'all like, ooh, that made me so mad. And then you could see in her eyes, like, first she was like sad because her dad got turned to stone. Then she kind of was like, I guess, depressed because she was like, I don't care about anything else. I just want to get my dad back. Then she had rage. I was like, oh Lord, that girl better run for the hills because she about to die. Like, she about to die for real. And they started fighting, and they were fighting, and then she was like, she saw people getting turned to stone. People needed help. And then I think that's what snapped her out of it, like her friends telling her, like, it's not worth it. Don't fight out of, anger, vengeance, And then she basically was like, well, the person that pulled everybody together, basically. It got in there and was like, we had to trust each other. And that was a bold move, because she had every right to not trust anybody, especially her ex-best friend. And it must have taken a lot to be like, I'm going to trust that you're going to do the right thing, and to go ahead and put that piece down on the rock and then step over and then be petrified, basically. And to make things worse, this heifer tries to run. This heifer was going to leave them. And I was like, you try to give people chances and they do you wrong. This heifer was going to leave them. She was going to leave them. But I guess she got convicted at the last minute and decided, like, maybe I should, not be a heathen. Not be a you know what. And I should, get my head out of the clouds and do the right thing. And she put the pieces back together, and bam, all the dragons came back. All of the people came back, and I was like, finally, like, we're doing stuff to not stab people in the back and give them reasons to not trust us again. And I guess some people probably got, upset, because it's like, you basically told her to trust this girl after everything that she did. And it's like, you're right, I probably would have, I don't know what I would have done, to be honest with y'all. I would have been PO'd. I would have been mad. I would have been like, once I got my dad back, I probably would have sliced and diced that girl. I'm not going to even lie. Like, I believe in forgiveness, and I would have forgiven her. Although she would have had to pay for what she did, though. Like, she would have apologized to me, because either she would have apologized or we would have had a problem. Like, that's all I'm saying. I know you don't always get an apology from people who do you wrong. I know that. But she would have apologized to me for that. That's all I'm saying. Her and all the rest of them idiots, they would have apologized to me, or we would have had a problem. But anyways, so I was just glad, she went back to her dad, and he was looking at her like, my baby girl has grown up. Like, he had like a cute little nickname. I forgot what it was. He was like, I think it was like Melon, Honey Drop, something like that. And he was like, he's looking like, oh my God, my little girl's all grown up. And she was like, look, Dad, I did it. And he was like, I'm so happy for you. I knew you could do it. And I just thought that was so heartwarming. And when they finally embraced after 6 years of not being able to see him, hold him, tell him that she loved him, hear from him that he loved her, I was like, y'all are about to make me cry now. And then everybody was like, I guess, one tribe now. One tribe now, after you had an experience like an apocalypse. Why do we have to experience an apocalypse for us to work together? Why is that? Like, we can apply that to right now. Why does everything have to go wrong for us to get our priorities straight, for us to treat people right, for us to not be stuck on stupid? Anyways, another thing I wanted to mention that was hilarious. Whenever she got in contact with the dragon the first time, she was like, you made a little orb thingy. Like, we don't have to put the shards back together. You could just make another one. And she was like, oh, no, I can't. Like, and she was like, well, why? Why can't you make another one? She was like, well, you see what happened was, I didn't make it. It was like a group project, I just turned it in. When she said that, I had tears in my eyes. I was laughing so much when she said it was like a group project. She just participated. She didn't make it, and she just turned it in. I had tears in my eyes. I was laughing like, girl, you don't know what you just got yourself into. Good luck. You done got stuck with the dragon that didn't actually help y'all. But it was pretty cool, though, how when they got every shard back and she touched it, she started to get powers from her siblings. And that she got her siblings back, too. I thought that was so cool. I don't care what anybody says. I thought that was so cool. Like, because she deserved to have her family back, too. Like, they helped, the first time. So I just thought that it was great. It was great. She got her dad back. They unpetrified everybody. The dragons came back. The main character dragon got her family back. That was so dope. I'm not going to even lie. But yeah. So I'd give it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10, I guess. But it was a pretty decent movie, though. I'll give it that much.